Yassir Eric grew up immersed in a rigid Islamist environment where identity, purpose, and belonging were tightly bound to religious ideology, Islamic religious ideology. From a young age, he was taught that Islam was not merely a personal faith, but a comprehensive system governing every aspect of life, social, political, moral. Christians in particular were portrayed as dangerous, corrupt, and enemies of truth. The worldview was reinforced daily through family instruction, community norms, and religious teaching. And by the way, as I speak of this man growing up in a militant Islamist context, I think we all are aware that not every person growing up as a Muslim experiences these same teachings or hold these same beliefs, but it was the case for Yassir Eric. As Yassir matured, his commitment to this ideology deepened. He became actively involved in Islamist movements, believing he was serving God by opposing Christianity and Western influence. His sense of righteousness was rooted in obedience and zeal, leaving little room for doubts or compassion towards outsiders. In this environment, questioning inherited beliefs was unthinkable, and it would have been spiritually dangerous. However, despite this outward confidence, cracks in his belief system slowly began to form. Yassir encountered Christians whose behavior contradicted everything he had been taught. Instead of fear, hatred, and retaliation, he saw in these particular individuals humility, patience, and forgiveness, especially from believers who had suffered because of Islamist hostility. One Christian in particular, who Yassir had helped to oppress, continued to pray for Yassir rather than to respond with resentment. This response was unsettling to Yassir, and it introduced an internal struggle he could not easily dismiss. Why would someone love and pray for his enemy? The moral beauty of forgiveness conflicted with the harsh certainty of his ideology. As Yassir wrestled with these questions, he was gradually exposed to the message of Jesus. Unlike the distant, demanding image of God that he had known, Jesus appeared personal, sacrificial, and merciful. The concept of grace, unearned forgiveness, offered even to enemies, challenged the core assumptions of Yassir's belief system. Now, conversion did not come easily. Accepting Christ meant facing profound risks: rejection from family, loss of community, and even threats to personal safety and the collapse of his former identity. The struggle was both spiritual and psychological, marked by fear, guilt, and uncertainty. Ultimately, Yassir reached a breaking point. He recognized that the truth and love he saw embodied in Christians, and especially revealed in Christ, could not be fully explained away. In a decisive step of faith, he turned to Jesus, surrendering the life he had built for one defined by grace.